But the big news, obviously, being in Green Bay is the draft. And here we are on the eve of the first round of the draft. And you're trying to get some kind of information. I saw Daniel Jeremiah, who will be working the draft for NFL Network last night, and he reiterated what he said on Pardon My Take, that with certainty, the Browns are going to draft Travis Hunter. He will major in offense and minor in defense, which seems to be the opposite of what a lot of scouts have told me. They would want him to be every down defense, and that he would be put in with certain packages on offense. Yes, Paulie?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that on NFL Network yesterday as well, and they said that on defense, there's opportunity to rest Travis Hunter. Like, let's say it's a 3rd and 1 and a 4th and 1 where he's not needed to make a tackle. He could sit for a play or two. So maybe it might be 40 plays on defense, 70 on offense.
And I'm looking at the NFL draft props, over-under quarterbacks taken in the first round, minus 120 for 2.5 quarterbacks. I keep thinking Jackson Dart's going in the first round and Shedeur Sanders. Cam Ward's going number 1 overall. Now, there was talk this morning and last night that the Giants did try to make an effort to go up to number 1, which tells me they're not sold on Shedeur Sanders. They did this private workout. But if you're reportedly going up to try to get the number 1 pick to take Cam Ward, doesn't sound like you're all in on Shedeur Sanders. Because if you were, you'd be like, we're comfortable where we are at number 3. But if you have Cam Ward, it's Travis Hunter. Now the Giants seem to be open for business. Are you going to take Abdul Carter? I still think Ashton Genty is the wild card here. I think if somebody moves up, that might be the guy that they would move up for. And I don't know, once again, you're trying to sift through smoke and mirrors at this time of the draft. Nobody's really going to tell you unless you have somebody who says, hey, I'll tell you, but don't tell anybody, which you can never do in this business because that means, hey, I'm not supposed to tell you, or don't tell anybody, I'm telling you this. That's how, word gets around. Yes, Eaton.
Right. If there's one thing that this business cannot resist, it's I know a little more than you / I called it.
Yeah. But, it's a weird draft because I don't know. You're looking for buzz. We've tried to create buzz, and that's Shedeur Sanders. That's it. Because other than that, Ashton Genty, is he going to go in the top 5? Does somebody fall? It's, Mike Tannenbaum, the former GM of the Jets, he goes, hey, it's a draft full of defensive linemen. Wow, okay. This is, while that's true, while it's true, it's not like you go, coming up, which defensive lineman, will whoever take. It's not sexy. I was watching the mothership yesterday, and they were talking about the Cowboys and the players the Cowboys would be interested in. So they're all skill position players. It's running back, or wide receiver, tight end. And then Mike Tannenbaum goes, well, that could happen, but there are a lot of defensive linemen in this draft. Well, nobody wants to hear that. It's like, hey, are you going to go as scripted here? And by the way, Jerry Jones has hinted that maybe being all in means that they're going to make some trades. Now, he has hinted at that. Whether that's, I don't even know why you would hint at it. Yeah, surprise everybody. But Jerry can't resist. But they might be a team that, and I really think the Cowboys would be in the market for Ashton Genty. He won't be there when they're, what's their draft pick?
12.
12? Okay. Probably won't be there. But can you jump up maybe to 5 or 6 and try to get him? Jerry loves shiny objects, and Ashton Genty is a really good player. If you're all in on the so-called new NFL that, hey, we value running backs now for a change. Yes, Paul.
Could you imagine if this draft someone trades up for a running back, or maybe with Omarion Hampton from UNC, 2 running backs? You mentioned that 05 draft. The first pick was Alex Smith. 3 of the next 4 picks of the first round were running backs. Ronnie Brown, Cedric Benson, and Cadillac Williams, all taken in the top 5. That's never going to happen again.
No, dang. Let me see.
By the way, old draft talk is just the best, isn't it?
Shedeur Sanders to be drafted by the Steelers plus 180. The odds for him to be the second quarterback minus 250. Jackson Dart, second quarterback drafted plus 200. Ashton Genty to be a top 5 pick. This, according to DraftKings, is minus 160. So you're saying there's a chance. But Cam Ward, the overwhelming favorite to be the number 1 pick in the draft. Seton, you're doing the poll questions. What do you have for the first hour of the program?
Well, we might as well start right there. Paul just sent this one over. If you were betting, Shedeur Sanders will be drafted top 5 or second round.
Oh, those are the only 2 options.
Those are the only 2 options. Top 5, second round.
That is scalding.
Second round.
Scalding.
What if we
Second
said
round.
top 10 or second round? No?
Because I'd probably go top 10.
You would.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, it's better. Top 5
Yeah.
or second round. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.